Bang.
We're back, baby. The greatest podcast the world has ever fucking seen.
So we're number one now.
We're number one.
Charts.
We're number one in the Spotify charts at the moment.
So thank you so much for your support.
Thanks to all the sponsors that are made there. Thanks to all our friends who supported us. We're here, baby, and we're here to stay. My name is Evan.
It's Dan.
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, mate. I can't believe you made it this far, mate.
Mate,
episode
I cannot
5.
believe we're here already.
This is technically episode 20. Episode 20.
Well, 24 because we've deleted 4 episodes.
Yeah. It's 20.
25 actually, with the other deleted episode.
What, we recorded 5 episodes that we deleted?
Yeah, because the one that we lost was the worst quality of all time. Then the 4 ones that...
Oh, yeah. So 25th episode, mate. Milestone.
So how's your life been? How's your life changed in the last week? 'Cause obviously a lot of things are going on with you at the moment.
Oh, life's been changing dramatically, Evan.
How was rehab?
Yeah, it was fantastic, actually.
So what actually happens in rehab then? Do you just...
You just kind of chill by the pool.
You chill by the pool?
Like a couple.
Who did you see in there? Did you see like...
Paris Hilton was there.
Jimmy Carr?
Jimmy Carr just left when I got in.
Oh, damn it.
But his feces was...
What do you think Jimmy Carr's like as a bloke? Because do you believe that last reel? I know he had that whole thing with tax evasion as well.
Oh, bastard! Absolutely
bastard!
Bloody bastard! That Jimmy
Think of
Carr.
those people you're taking money from, you scum.
Bastard. But my week's actually been good. I'm moving house this next week.
Shit a brick. Well, your own house, music money, baby.
Yeah. I'm getting my own crib. My mum's living there, but it's technically mine.
I can't believe you made that much money. My mum's moving as well, but it's technically mine. So basically, your mum's moving house, and you're going to live with her.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I already live with her. It's not like I'm moving back with her.
And your new job, Waitrose.
I mean, I wish, man. I wish I could get a job.
Thanks to our sponsor, Waitrose, as well. For
I really want to thank Waitrose. They got us these Ribenas. And the Kronenberg sponsor as well. We're both drinking Ribena now, thanks to Waitrose. We're showing that to the
YouTube as well, if you're on Spotify.
If you're on YouTube.
Just being weird.
We can. If you go on YouTube, you can see the Ribenas we're drinking.
Yeah, that's insane. Everyone likes Ribena.
But yeah, I'm moving house. It's just down the road.
Is that, you got a better room? What have you got any plans?
It's just it's brand new house, mate. Knocked down, built up.
You got any big posts on the wall? You're getting painted?
No, I'm gonna go a bit mature, mate. I'm gonna go a bit mature. Maybe some nice framed things, a couple things. Make it.
What frame things are you gonna get?
Don't know yet.
You're gonna get like sayings on the wall.
No.
Live fast, die young.
What's that one? What's the one mums have?
What's the one mums?
It's like
don't take a day for granted or something like that.
Yeah. Or it's like love your family or bullshit like that. Fuck off. My mum has so many of them.
Really?
Well, she has
around
one,
the house?
So I don't know where she got it from. You know those canvases that mums have, like, it's just like shitty quotes. I came home once when I was like 16 and there was one on my wall and it said huge. It was like, said shine bright like a diamond. And the word diamond.
Just Rihanna.
The word diamond was like covered in glitter and shit. I was like, Mum, you've got to fucking move this, man. She's never moved it.
I had a nightmare about those in my house. Like, they were just everywhere.
My mum loves them. She hasn't bought one in ages, but I feel like they're coming back. And then we've got one called like House Rules, and it's so cringy.
Why are all mums the same?
No, I don't know.
Just everyone,
whatever their background, once they become a mum, they just
turn into the same person.
Yeah.
Right. So this episode.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be, honestly, I'm not going to lie, we have saved this story for so long. This is probably the greatest thing funniest thing that ever happened to us.
Yeah.
So this is part 3 of Parties, or
this
part
is Parties part 3.
Parties
we
part
done 1,
3.
we done 2, but this
we've had some absolute like shockers as well.
Yeah. But this story I'm about to tell.
Wait, no. So right now we've done the scene, and now we're graduating.
Oh, we've done teenage parties.
We've done teenage parties, and now we're at uni parties. What would you say the main differences between a uni party and going to a party at school?
Going to a party at school, if you're not invited, you can't go. Do you know what I mean? Really? But if you just see it, you could literally walk past like a crack house and there's a little party going in there with crackheads. You could just walk in. Buy tins and walk in.
I think also like the vibe at the party is very different. Like for example, at a house party, like especially you just go there, it'd be someone with an aux, it'd be like 45 people, like 100 people there.
Oh, you mean
it'd be a lot more like because the parents would like let the person have their 18th.
The parents
in their
are
house.
upstairs.
Parents are upstairs, some shit. At uni, it's like there's a DJ, normally in like a basement, in like this like absolutely everyone's off their nut. Everyone's got these mad water bottles. Like big water bottles full of like vodka and orange.
Oh right,
well, like there, everyone's like maybe got a bottle of wine, they leave on the side. But you know, at a uni party, you can't leave any alcohol about because it's gonna get robbed.
It's gonna get nicked.
So you've got to like carve all your drink on you. Go down the basement, maybe a couple other rooms upstairs.
Oh yeah, a couple of DJ rooms.
The house is fucking everyone's smoking cigs everywhere. Like the house is getting fucked.
Yeah, the house usually caves in.
At house parties, I think you had a bit more not respect for the house, but at uni you just like
disrespect.
You go in the toilet, be like shit on the floor. Yeah. Someone's just like pissed on the wall.
Yeah,
and then there's just like 5 passed out people in the corner.
Do you ever have it where you're weeing somewhere and you're drunk?
Yeah.
Or sometimes like a club or a bar, and you just decide you're really drunk. You decide just to like move your stream just like against the wall for like 1 second.
And again, another way Dan doesn't come across well.
No, but have you ever done that?
Last week it was putting drugs in people's drinks. And
no. Have you never done? Have you done that, James? No. Well, you're really drunk and you're just like, I'm going to wee against the wall for like 2 seconds.
No, why would you do that?
Well, one of our mates.
You get splashback as well.
No. One of our mates does it as well. Because we've done it. I saw him do it in a club, and I was like, I do that too.
So you were sat next to each other, you just pissed them off, like, ha.
Once sat next to each other. So
you were just basically just cracking a joke to yourself.
No. I was just asking if other people do that. If you're listening and when you're drunk, you sometimes move your stream out of the toilet bowl just to like the wall. Just for fun.
What do you want them to do? Message us.
Yeah, honestly, message me.
Message Dan some support, so he's not the only one that does this.
I know one other person does that.
Jokes is bare girls who's messaged us. Oh, he's pissing on us out.
But that actually leads us...
That leads us... Well, not really. But it's just
a little bit.
So, can I give you a bit of background on this?
You go background.
I was basically... Well, in second year at university, I lived with 16 people. And we had I lived in an 8-man house, then next door was a 7-man house, and we shared a garden. And we decided to have this massive party, planned it 2 months in advance. All my home friends came down. All 16 of us are putting about 100 quid each. We had 3 different rooms, with always set times, different DJs, MCs. Each room had we had a chicken shop room, we had a radio people come in to do their own set at one room. We had the whole outside with headliners, etc. So we'd gone all out for this party, and there was 350 people invited in the 2 houses. It was mental. Yeah, I'm going to explain how big a party it was. Yeah. And the build up for us had been 4 or 5 months in the making, that we were going to have the sickest uni party of all time. Yeah. And it was living up to its basically everyone's fucked. All my friends were having a good time. It was good, and then.
Well, so I'm gonna backtrack a tiny bit, right? Yeah. So I'm fucking gassed for this party. I'm getting on the train to Manchester. I'm like, this is going to be the biggest night ever. So I get to Manchester, get to Evans, the house is there's 2 houses decked out. There's 2 houses next to each other decked out. I was like, mate, this is I'm gonna be up till fucking 12 in the morning, just getting mashed, right? And then we go to the off corner. This is a vital component. This is it's like an Easter egg of the story. We go to the off license to get booze, and we have our off license bags, right? And we go up to Evans' room, and we just start boozing in there. Then how would I say it? We bought. Lots of caffeine. I'll call it caffeine. That's a good one.
Yeah, a helper.
Yeah, we got loads of
some help.
We got some
through the night.
Yeah, we got some caffeine helper powder, and so so we were doing that, and then the party was in full swing. Went down, mate. There was more than I swear there was 500 people.
We had bouncers on the door, so we were ready for what was. We knew it was just we just accept our house.
So I'm vibing out. Right? I'm vibing out. Then I go into this other room. I'm like, oh, look, there are people in there. I know, and I have some more of this caffeine powder. At this point, this is really strong caffeine, and I'm like, fuck, I kind of need a bit of a shit. And I'm like, oh, nah, I'll just dance it off.
But I remember you saying, because we had 3 different toilets, and you went to each toilet.
Yeah, whoa. I'm getting to that bit, trust me. So I'm dancing around. I'm like, fuck, I'm trying to ignore this shit. I'm like, I'll drink more, have a bit more caffeine. And I have a bit more, I'm like, oh, fuck. So I walk to this door of the toilet, and there's a queue of 3 people. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I just get in the queue, and I'm like, and I can just feel it's coming. There's nothing I could do. It's coming. But I know there's another toilet downstairs. So I'm like, right, fuck it. I'm going to the other toilet. So I go to the other toilet, and I'm like, oh, fuck. There's another fucking queue of 17 people, because it's right next to the dance floor. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I walk out into the garden, round to the other house, clenching my arse. And I'm like, oh, fuck, there's another toilet here. There's another fucking queue of 10 people. I'm like, there's one more toilet upstairs, and if this isn't fucking open, I'm going to shit myself. So I go up, and there's just another queue of 20 people. I'm like, oh fuck, I don't know what to do, I'm going to fucking shit myself. So then I keep going back around, so I go downstairs again, still queue. Downstairs again, there's still a queue. And then I go to the initial bathroom, and I'm like, I knock on the door, and I go to the front queue, like, I really need to go to this toilet because I'm going to shit myself. There was like these 2 girls at the front of the queue who probably wanted to go in there to, like, I don't know, do that. You know when girls just go to the toilet at parties? And I was like to them, like, I'm really sorry, I don't know, but I need to go to the toilet next because I'm going to fucking shit myself. Like, I was like, I'm going to poo my pants. And they were like, oh. I was like, oh, fuck. So I run upstairs 1 more level to Evan's room, and I'm like panicking. I'm like, I'm going to have to, like, I was thinking maybe Evan has like a toilet in his room or something like that. And I'm just looking around this room like,
firstly, you came up to me in the pie and you look at me and was like, Evan, mate, can I have your keys? Because I said locked my bedroom.
Yeah. So I
looked at him and I was like, nah.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I just want to borrow your keys. I forgot something in there because he didn't want to tell me.
Yeah. So I go up to Evan's room and it's locked. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I run downstairs, find Evan, like, I need your fucking keys. Like, just whatever. I go into his room, lock the door behind me and search the room. And I just see the fucking, the off-license bag. You know, there's like stripy blue and white ones. Those off-license bags. So I'm like, oh, fuck. So I'm like, there's nothing else I can do. So I pull my pants down, right? And I squat on the floor. And I grab the 2 handles of the plastic bag. And so I'll do it on the camera. I pull them, right? I'll do it on camera for you guys. So I pull the bag like this, right? So this handle's there. So it's secured. On my arse. And I just fucking let it rip, right? And so much fucking shit is coming out.
Yeah, and the other thing is also, which he didn't actually have the next day.
I'll get to that point. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I was like, oh, it was the best feeling I've ever had in my life. And I'm like, oh. And then I look, and I haven't realised I've been pissing this whole time that I've been shitting.
All over my floor.
So Evan's floor is covered in piss. And this isn't even, we haven't even got to the highlight of the story yet. So I'm like, oh, fuck. And as soon as that happens, I hear knocks on the door. And it's James, the cameraman, and our friend Louis. And they're like, Dan, mate, can we come in, mate? And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I get all this. So thank God Evan had toilet roll in his room. And I'm like wiping my ass. Oh, fuck. And I'm wiping all the piss off the floor with these toilet rolls. And I put them all into the plastic bag. So there's a plastic bag full of shit in the toilet roll with my poo on it. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what to do with this bag, because James and Louis are coming in. They're coming in. They're like, Dan, just open up. So Evan's roof has like a Velux window. So I open the Velux window, and I'm like, I've got to throw out the window, so anyway. But outside the window is the garden where about 400 people are. So I'm like, I can't throw out the fucking window. So I'm like, oh shit. So instead, what I do is, I hold a bag of shit out. If you're on cam, you might be able to see this on YouTube. And instead of throwing it forward, I try and fling it back over the house onto the street at the front of the house.
Yeah. And so then basically, there was another issue with that, which I was worried about when Dan came down and told me, he said it was fine, was that there was a big queue to get in. There was bouncers outside, and they were quite scary guys. And if you chucked it over my house, you're either going to hit like people directly underneath queuing to get in with this bag of shit with whatever in, or the bouncers. And if you hit the bouncers, then the bouncer might leave, or they might just come in and smash the house, because they're this mank bouncers who are nut jobs. And so anyway, Dan comes downstairs, says to me, film's fine, he cleaned it all up, fair enough, like he'd done his thing, he had to get it out, not a problem. So we have the party, we'll come back to the rest party and later. So the next morning we come outside and we're like, let's go get some food.
Yeah.
And then one of my mates is like, one of my uni friends is like, what the fuck is that outside? So I'm like, what? So I come outside.
All your mates know that I've done it, haven't they? Your house
so they didn't know until this moment.
Oh, okay.
So we come outside and what's that hanging outside? So basically I come outside and I look up, and next door neighbours by their window is this plastic bag.
Oh, how was it
hanging? It was hanging on the drain pipe.
Oh yeah.
And it'd been caught on the next door neighbour's drain pipe, and it was just banging against their window in the wind with a piece of toilet roll hanging out.
And you could see the shit on the toilet. And you could see the
shit in a seafood bag. So Dan had chucked it over my house, it had gone in the wind, and God, or whoever was out there, had caught it on the drain pipe perfectly onto my neighbour's window, so it was just rattling onto their thing.
Weren't they in the room? I swear they were like working at their desk.
So these poor people who we'd just terrorised all night by having this horrific party with so many people there. Now woke up in the morning with Dan's poo swinging against their window.
Oh, mate.
And it was the sad thing was, you guys left the next day, but it was up there for weeks. And I feel so bad for these people because this same night, at the party,
didn't it fall down onto the? And also,
yeah, and in the end it fell down. And
No,
it just
but
hung because they had like a little.
so they had like a ledge above their front window. You know when it's like comes out.
This on the second floor though. It was on the second floor. It was hanging
and so
down.
the only way it could fall was onto the ledge that was still under the window. So these people would have to move it manually, like.
And the night before, so we'd invited these people to the party because obviously you got to invite neighbours. You don't have trouble, but they didn't come. Anyway, so and we got in this weird stage at my uni where we'd started buying loads of fireworks because Sainsbury's was selling it, and every time you'd have a beer and you go Sainsbury's, we're like, oh, £10 fireworks, fuck it, fireworks. Fireworks are fun. And for some reason I had like £50 worth of fireworks in my bedroom that I'd saved for the right opportunity. So at 7:30 in the morning, I was in my room. The party, there was probably like 50-60 people left downstairs, and I was like, right, what am I going to do now? Because I know what I'm like. I always need a next thing.
Yeah.
The party's running down. Everyone was just like sitting, moaning out. But I was like, I need to get up again.
You need to go out with a bang.
I need to go out with a bang. So what I've done is like, fuck it. Oi lads, fireworks. Let's do the fucking fireworks now. Fuck it. 7:30 in the morning. It's still a bit dark because it was in December, early December. On our garden we share it, but then we also share it with the two houses down on the right as well.
Yeah.
And so what I've done is I've taken the fireworks outside. Instead of just putting it in our garden, I've gone like, why don't we put it in the neighbour's garden, because that'll be fine.
I didn't even fucking know that.
So I've walked down into the neighbour's garden with James cameraman, and I've got everyone I walk past the party like, oi, fireworks. I've got all these random people at the fireworks to come outside again. So everyone's outside again watching me do these fireworks. And I've just put it directly in the neighbour's garden. And I thought these fireworks were going to go up like 100 metres or something.
Yeah.
The fireworks went up about 10 metres, literally blew up next to my neighbour's window, literally, and there was probably like 40 fireworks going off for like 3-4 minutes. So these people who'd probably been kept up till 6 in the morning probably finally got to sleep.
Yeah.
7:30 in the morning, probably thought they're in the midst of a nuclear bomb going on.
I didn't even know that. I thought it was in your garden.
Yes, such scumbags.
So fuck.
Poor
so their
people.
windows got attacked.
So these
from all
people
angles,
literally got attacked by us that night. Firstly, Dan shat
human
on them.
feces.
Dan got human feces, and then what happened was bomb them basically with fireworks.
Bomb them and shit on them.
But pretty good party though,
mate. It was one to remember. Little intermission there, but we're back.
So obviously that was you coming to visit Manchester.
Yeah.
But another one of my favourite stories that came out was I'd go to Leeds. Quite a few times I went to Leeds.
What about 10 times?
Yeah, it was an hour train for me.
Yeah.
So it was just easy. And I remember a couple of times I just woke up in the morning, my mates weren't doing anything, so I'd just bell up Dan, get on the train in the morning and just jump up and just come up.
You phone me like, I might come Leeds tonight, I'll be like, yeah, alright.
Yeah, fuck it.
Apart from the one time you stayed for like 6 days.
We won't go
into that, but okay.
And normally I come up and they always had like some house party going. There's always something going on. Lee's house parties, I always remember being mad because I remember feeling like I just felt there was so many girls there for some reason.
Yes, mate.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know why, but it just like felt.
No, there is a lot of girls in Leeds.
But one of my favourite stories was when we went up there and we'd had what had we done in the day?
It wasn't a drinking Olympic. It wasn't a marathon Monday.
Can you remember, James?
No, I don't know.
I can't remember what we'd done the day.
Maybe we'd just gone to a club.
No, we'd done like a heavy day of drinking before we gone to
pub crawl.
Yeah. Actually, I think maybe we went clubbing.
I think we went clubbing. Yeah.
We went clubbing. Probably some terrible night. Dan always loved going to like fucking shit. Was it the little Gucci one? We went to
Gucci gang.
We went to Gucci.
Mate, that was sick night.
Dan invited me to an event. It was like, mate, you got to come up Leeds for this. Check the event. It's Gucci gang Leeds.
Mate, it was so sick. I don't care. You loved it. You fucking loved it.
Yeah, it was jokes, but classic Dan, isn't it? Gucci gang Leeds. This is the night. It's like, mate, you got to come Leeds for this. Best night of the year. So I come Leeds and we go to this party and we just listen to fucking whatever all night. Everyone's in the club, just like moshing, but like fine, whatever. Like Dan's like sickest night ever. It's like Dan's in the middle of like
this wasn't
dripping in sweat.
This wasn't the same night. That was years later. We probably went to like a shit club, but yeah, carry on.
And so we come and we go to this party.
So we're like, oh, there's this other party going on.
I remember it being a bit weird. Like you go and there were loads of different rooms, and each room...
It was like a 20-bedroom house. It was fucking huge.
Ooh. But then everyone was just sitting down.
Yeah, it was because we got there at like Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't like proper like rave or anything. There wasn't like anyone dancing. Everyone was just like sat in different parts of the thing. And then we noticed this guy. Who did you know him?
Nah.
So there was this guy.
He was a mates with people I knew, but I didn't know him.
There was a guy sat on this sofa, and at first we just seen him pointing at, he's passed out and walked away.
Yeah.
And then we just sort of get to the point again where you're looking, what we're gonna do?
Yeah, a bit bored, looking around like, what should we do?
And so we see this guy, and then we've been sat in the kitchen for a bit, and we've like looked in the fridge, and suddenly we're like, should we put the guy in the fridge?
And they were like, oh, go on.
It's like, no, a couple of people are like, I don't think you can just put a random guy in the fridge.
Yeah, but then I had two other friends there who I vaguely knew, and they were like his mate, and they were like, we should put him in the fridge.
Yeah, his mates were telling us to put him in the fridge, and then we're like, how are we going to put him in the fridge? Are we going to carry him in the fridge?
Yeah.
But then we're like, best way
is to convince him
that he needs to go in the fridge. And so we figured up this plan of how we're going to get this man to go in the fridge. So we sat there, we empty the fridge, we fully empty the fridge. So we take everything out, put it on the sides, put the sausages on the side,
take the
put the mouldy cheese on the side, everything out, take the jaws out. And we go up to this guy who's passed out, and Stan pats on the back, he's like, mate, you alright? And he's like, whoa.
Yeah, he's
can barely speak. And he's like, mate, we've got you somewhere to sleep. And he's like, thanks, man. I was like, and then someone's like, it's a fridge. He's like, but we've got you somewhere to sleep. And the guy's like, oh, thanks guys. And so we pick him up. Someone's got him. He's like got arms around either person.
Yeah. He's slumped.
He's fully slumped. And then we walk him. Then we walk him into a couple of rooms, and like someone's filming. Everyone's like trying to hold back their laugh.
Yeah.
And then we get there into the kitchen. He's looking around. He's like, right, where am I? Where are these guys that I don't know going to put me in?
He's waking up a bit at this point, but he's still like a zombie.
Yeah, but he's not got his arms around us anymore. So like, I think he's got a bit together. And then we get to the fridge, and we just open the fridge door, and we're like, here you go, mate. Get in the fridge.
And he doesn't not.
No, he puts both hands on the fridge.
Yeah.
And then he goes to go in, and then he stops.
And there's a moment of realisation.
And then he just looks at us. As he's so confused, he's just been woken up, and he's just staring at this empty fridge.
You know, in like Darren Brown, where he like hypnotises them, and then they'll do something, then he'll unhypnotise them, and they'll be like, what the fuck am I doing? And
then we start getting not aggressive, but like, mate, need to get in the fucking fridge. And then after like maybe 20 seconds, we're like, this is a bit mean.
Yeah, he was fully awake. Like, I think he felt a bit like, oh my god.
I think he just felt well uncomfortable. But he probably thought he was tripping.
Yeah. He's probably like, what the fuck, I'm getting in the fridge. But if he got in that fridge, would you have closed the door?
I don't think he would have fit. I don't think he would have. I just loved the idea of him just sitting in the fridge with his eyes closed and then falling asleep in. Or just being like, thanks, guys.
Yeah. I would have loved to actually got him in the fridge. We tried. There was another fridging incident in Leeds, but it didn't really work.
James Cameron said it became a bit of a thing. Afterwards.
It became a little bit of a thing, but it never. That was probably the nearest we ever came to actually fridging someone.
Yeah, no, we got closer, but the fridge door wouldn't close.
Well, you actually coerced someone to go in.
It was an alley. It was a fridge in an alleyway that was abandoned, and then we were just with people, and we just asked, was it a girl? She was up for it. She was like, I want to get in.
No, she wasn't out drunk. She was like, yeah, let's get in the fridge.
Yeah. And we were like, all right, get in the fridge if you want.
I hate those sort of people.
Yeah.
Oh, this is funny.
Yeah. We were like, all right, if you want to get in the fridge, you get in the fridge. But
you shut her in the fridge?
No, the door wouldn't close.
Just shoving it.
Ram it.
Ah, my leg. Okay, this isn't actually that funny, guys.
Get in!
Get in the fucking fridge. Yeah, that's brutal.
Mate, that was the class one. What was you had another story that you wanted to say?
Well, it's just like when we were talking about like breaking into parties.
Like, you want to talk about going into parties where you're not?
Did you ever break into a party?
Never broke into a party. Do you mean by breaking in? Do you mean like jumping a fence?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I just walked into parties and then realised, and then people give me weird looks, but I would stay. I would never actively like break in like I'm
at
getting a crime.
uni. There would be like, because we lived with like 16 of us, there'd always be one of us that was invited to a party, and basically we all had this thing. It was long because like when it came around to your turn, it was just like your homemates, and you're like, you had to like find a way to get all your housemates in or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, what the rule was like? If you get invited, you have to ask for the rest
so obviously you asked for everyone. It wasn't a rule, but like.
But it was courtesy.
We just got to Friday night and people didn't have anything to do. It was like, oh, I'm going to this party. It's like, well, I'm fucking coming to this party.
Yeah.
And obviously you ask people and then it gets to the point you say no. But then there's so many times at parties you got and then you'd be like, you get there and you'd like scout about and be like,
you could probably
I've left
come.
this window open, or like I've done this. Or
Really?
Like, or we'd pull them up and be like, oh, there's a back way, and we'd like jump over fences and stuff to get in. We were on it.
That's fucking
There's
weird.
one I remember so clearly was I was with my friend Merlin and his girlfriend at the time, and she was tiny.
Are you sure you want to say that? Does it implicate him in any crimes?
No.
Okay.
And the party was at his old uni house. Or her old uni house.
So they knew the house?
Yeah, so she knew the house well. And there was this window open, but there was like a... What's the thing where you can like... There was like a gap in between. I can't explain it.
Like a ditch?
There was like a... It's not like they had a moat around the house. But like, there was a fence, and then there was like a little gap in between before the window.
Okay.
It was like stairs going down, which you couldn't get to.
Okay, I don't really know what you mean.
Okay, I can't. I'm probably lost the words anyway. But
he's lost the words, people. He's lost the
I've
words.
lost the words. But I remember Merlin, he's proper tall. Like picked her up and like chucked her through the window, like 2 meters, and she like clung on and then climbed through the window and then snuck around the front door and like left him like that way.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, but then the worst one was when which just turned into an absolute nightmare. Because at uni I only had 6 hours uni a week, so I didn't know my course mates that well.
Yeah.
So I turned up to this party with our mate in our house, and he got a whole house in because he'd let them use his DJ decks. So he said, "You've got to let my whole house in if you use my DJ decks." So let us all in, and then like my friend Merlin came, and I brought his friends, and like it was just loads of us. Basically.
Yeah.
And Merlin was on a fucking pricky one this night.
Are you sure? Are we saying the name, or should we give him another name and restart?
Merlin's not his real name, so it's fine.
Oh no.
Merlin's not his real name. No one's got a name called Merlin.
All right, if you want to go for it, okay, go for it.
And he's basically on this nut one anyway. But we go in, and suddenly this guy comes and says, "Hey man, what the fuck are you doing here?" And I was like explaining to him, "There's this guy in my course who's in all my classes, so I've spoken to a couple of times."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
is he saying what the fuck are you doing here? And like, yeah, it's nice to see you.
No. Is it not in like what the fuck? Not angry. Like, oh, so nice to hear this. My house, like cool. And then we go outside. I'm having a cigarette, and like Merlin and his friends are really drunk. And they like start banging. You can like, for some reason outside in the garden you can like see when someone's in the toilet.
Yeah.
And our friend's like 6'8", so he's just like banging on the window, and then he was in the toilet, and then because there's only like 40-50 people, it's quite a small house, right?
Small party.
Suddenly getting quite annoyed.
Yeah.
So like, they didn't know us. Like the guy knew me, and that was
sounds
nice.
Fucking annoying. Yeah.
So then, and they were all dressed up as well. None of us were dressed up. So it was obvious who we were. I can't remember, but they were all proper dressed up to their nines.
Yeah.
And then I remember there's this tiny garden room, and then suddenly like the door opened because the garden was like, "Excuse me, guys. I think we want all of you guys to leave."
Oh.
And obviously we're just having a laugh, like, what? What you mean? What's going on? And then we like walk up the steps, and we're like, all right, well, it's not our house. Like, after a bit of like, oh, we're not fucking leaving. Then we're like, no, come on, like, it's our house. We're like, it's a bit awkward now. Like, what we're gonna do? Just stand in their garden, have a cigarette.
We're not leaving, mate.
Yeah, like, so we come upstairs, and there's like all these guy mates are out there, like thinking like could kick off, and it's proper like Aggie when you go up the steps. They're all like, you need to fucking leave, fuck off, get out of the house. And there's a bit of pushing and shoving. There's a bit of this.
Okay, yeah.
And in this sort of scuffle, a couple, like one of like some of my friends had like taken someone's drink or something like that. Someone's like bottle of Captain Morgan's or something.
Yeah. They've nicked it.
And anyway, basically now at this point, it's getting really aggy.
Yeah. So are you out the front of the house?
No, we're getting like pushed and shoved out. But are
you still in the house?
It's so awkward as well because the guy in front of me who's getting aggy, I'm like, just sort of calm down, but he's all my proper mates, so I was sort of telling him to shut the fuck up as well.
Yeah.
Calm down. It's the guy from my course mate who I'm going to see.
Oh, shit.
Well, I'm in class with tomorrow, next morning at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, mate, allow it. But you're being a dickhead now. Fuck off.
Yeah.
And anyway, so we go outside, yeah, and they've got these... We finally leave, and my friend, who's 6'8", dashes a bottle at the house, smashes on the house.
Fuck.
Yeah, and I'm like to the guy.
6'8".
I'm like I'm at the gate, and I'm like, mate, just shut the door. To the guy who's castle, because we're not aggy at each other. We're fine. But
wait,
like,
shut the door.
Shut the door because my people are getting aggy and like throwing bottles and stuff at the house, and it's all like lots of.
So you said to the owner of the house, shut the door.
Shut the door. Let's just leave. We'll leave like we've been dickheads, whatever. And I turn round, and our friend the wizard has picked up their garbage bins, and is like pouring it all over their floor.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
All over the front of their garden. And then pours 2 garbage bins all over the front of their garden.
Right.
Yeah. Oh. Actually, the more I tell the story, the more it just doesn't sound that great.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you've just...
Well, I didn't do anything.
Is that the end of the story?
Well, yeah, I was just thinking about where it goes next. I was just going to leave it.
Oh, no, go on then, go on.
Well, it's not really. It's just more just like Aggie.
Go on. You've come this far. You might as well finish it.
No, that's it, really. That's it.
Does something illegal
No,
happen?
nothing illegal happens.
Oh, come on.
But no, I just... No. No,
all right, well, if we do a poll, can you finish the story?
Yeah, if you do a poll, but it's nothing really happens after that. It's just more ag and then just like...
All right, fine. We won't finish the story then.
And you never broke into a party at uni?
No.
Do you not have bouncers on your door at uni parties?
Yeah, but...
So didn't you have to break... When you got to the door and they didn't let you in, you were just like, yeah, cool.
Well, I'd usually only go to parties...
The classic would just be like... The thing is, you can just say Dan.
Yeah.
And then you get in. But like, mine is Evan. So I was looking at the phone and I'd just be like... well, can I see the list, mate? There's my name. Yeah, there's my name.
Yeah. No, I'd never... If there was bouncers, I just wouldn't go. Because I'd be like...
So many times try and reason with the bouncer.
So like, mate,
I think you should let us in. Look at us. We seem like all right guys.
You know when you're like at the front of the party, the people have been like, if you come, I'll come out and get you.
Yeah.
You ever had that? And you're waiting outside
for like half an hour.
Like, obviously their phone's just like, they're in a party.
Or they just like said yeah, and then they're like, oh, can't be asked to let these lot in.
Anyway, we've hit this 30-minute mark.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's a good party episode. I think we've gone through different... We've touched on uni parties.
We've touched on them.
Parties episodes are always going to be the best, and stories are always going to come.
Yeah.
But like, to be honest, that first story is the greatest story on the pod of all time.
So if you enjoyed the shit, what we'll do is we'll post a picture of my shitty bag hanging out the window.
Yeah, and I'll actually upload a video that I've got of my party.
Yeah. We could put them in the same post.
Yeah, maybe in the same post.
Capture the ambience of the night.
Capture the ambience.
All right. Episode 5. Signing off.
Peace.